Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Paul from Slipknot. You know, it's going great, but this is only second show. So, I mean, as far as this tour, last night we played in Quebec City. It was off the hook. Being tonight in Montreal, I'm stoked. I'm a huge hockey fan. I actually got the building here actually got me a Canadiens jersey with my name and number 16, who was Guy Lafleur, right? Yeah, Guy Lafleur. I was actually born in L.A., so number 16 for me was Marcel Dion, who is like my all-time favorite. Like I said, I've always been a Kings fan, so the 1 year that the Kings almost get to the Stanley Cup Finals, Toronto knocked them out. Every time there's like some kind of weird importance for the Kings getting into the playoffs or whatever, it's either Toronto or Montreal knocking them out and them going home early for the summer. So. I have a little animosity, but you know what? I'm just glad to be here. And I love playing Montreal too. By the way, it's amazing. You know what? It didn't when I first when I first got the mask. I got it because it was like $1.75. It was really cheap. And it was like a pig mask. But it's not, and then by the second album, it kind of evolved into, it looked like just maybe an expressionless, like the old 70s goalie mask, but I didn't want it to look like Jason or anything like that. So it's kind of, and so they kind of kept kind of like a pig nose on it. And I guess now it's more morphed into that with a little Hannibal Lecter-ish kind of thing. But you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? The hockey thing, I've said, it kind of looks like one. So does Mix. Mix kind of looks like a weird version of one too. But there's no direct thing to it. But I guess subconsciously it might. Oh yes. Do
you enjoy doing videos?
I hate it. It's the worst, man. It's the longest. Days, oh my God. It's way harder than playing a show because you're playing that same song over and over and over again, and you're not playing it live. So, I mean, you're plugged into gear, and so you can hear yourself barely, but they have a playback thing. So you have to play back to your album, right? So it's just weird. Like all of a sudden, it's months later after we recorded, or a year or so later after we recorded, all of a sudden I'll be playing the video, doing for the video, and I'll notice something I did on the album, something on the bass. I'm like, whoa, I forgot what that was, and then I gotta try to go back and figure it out, or just not play it at all and hope nobody knows it. You know what I mean? But but no, and it's just long and tedious and whatever. But you know what? It's a necessity, and I think we put out pretty cool videos, so I'm happy with them. It's just it sucks doing them. You know what? Out of all the ones we've done, I would say 3. I would say the Vermilion video and Vermilion Part 2. Vermilion Part 2, we're not in it at all. It's just a girl. But the way it was done, I thought was amazing. I thought it was really beautiful, nicely done. I mean, it was awesome. It went with the song. MTV wouldn't take it because there was blood, and she looked like she was dead, and they found her in a field or something. And they said, "Oh, it looks like somebody killed this girl or whatever." But it wasn't supposed to be like that. Vermilion 1, I love the fact that everything's all hectic around her, and she's just in slow, walking, I guess normal, but she can't touch anybody or anything because everybody's moving 1,000 miles an hour around her, and then the other one was Duality, man. Duality was really fun because of the being packed in that little tiny house. We just called out for fans to show up, and so many people showed up we had to, like, we tried to get them in there, and we'd bring different people in the shots and stuff to try to incorporate everybody there. Cause I mean, the place was like, not much bigger than, like, say maybe 3 of these rooms, you know what I mean? Like, and we're in there, and the ceiling is lower than this, so like jump on top of the crowd and be crawling and kicking through the ceiling. People were jumping through the ceiling, like just jumping up and down until they fell through. And it was funny because we actually borrowed that house from somebody in West Des Moines, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, go ahead and you can use it for the video and everything." And when we got done and left, they're like, started to sue us. So like, you got to pay for it. You're gonna buy this house. So we ended up having to buy that cheap house, but it was definitely worth it. On the bus, there's a lot of sitting around watching TV. I mean, depends on what bus you're on. Some buses, we got a few buses, so it's like, some people are drinking their ass off and they're, waking up hungover. Some people are in bed by as soon as the show is over. Some people are like me. I sleep horribly, so I'm usually up until daylight and watching TV, and then try to go to bed, and then we're usually somewhere where I have to get up again. So. You know what? We've always had an amazing time in Canada. It's been one of the coolest places to play. Like I said to you earlier, I'm a hockey fan, so like, it's like I know your guys' own national anthem. I can sing it. So and it's just, you guys have always supported us, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because, like, without you guys, it would be no Slipknot. We wouldn't be able to do this, and so yeah, bow down to you guys. Thank you.